Judging people by their skin color? How barbaric. We Romans never judge people by the color of their skin. Because everyone can be our slave. When you're chillin' with your German homie and he brings up the Aryan spirit in front of the hose. Study the fall of the Minoan civilization underwater, so no one can see your tears. Elections, social revolutionaries win majority. Bolsheviks. Wow, congrats. I don't give a duck. Europeans when the Ottomans take Constantinople. Europeans when they take Belgrade. Read a book about the Battle of Berlin. Looks inside. Rape. I raid the US. The US fights Mexico. The US fights Mexico. Mexico loses the war. Huh, they left us a giant wooden horse. We had better bring it inside. Achaeans inside the horse. It will make a fine bonfire for our victory celebration. Achaeans inside the horse. If they're all Slavs, why wouldn't they unite? Mayo logic applied to the rest of Europe. Constantine the Great naming all of his kids after himself. I too am extraordinarily humble. What's your plan to invade Rome? Hannibal. Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. Hard to swallow pills. If there are only 10 mud shacks and 20 goats all scattered across the world, when you capture 2 of them, you can call yourself whatever you want to be called. Pasiphae after she realizes the bull her husband King Minos owns is actually kinda cute. I'd like to share a night of incredible Shreks with you. When you defeat Rome's army, but are only able to kill half their male population and all their generals. Missed. Literally every crisis in Roman history. How much are you paying me again? Yazin Abu Bakr, my Islamist extremist group has taken the PM and his cabinet hostage. Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force. Okay, so now what? Yazin Abu Bakr? I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far. Egyptian President Nasser. Hit 1944 Christmas song Baby It's Cold Outside. Yes, really? I have a degree in history. What's your favorite World War II tank? Muslim gunpowder empires from Anatolia, Iran, and India. Look inside. Turks, one and all. Horses. North America. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Bandomid Seguro 8. I will order the fugu liver. Chef, I must warn you, sir. Fugu liver is quite toxic, and I cannot guarantee your safety should you eat it. Bandomid Seguro 8. Don't worry, I'm immune to the fish's poison. In fact, I will order 4 portions. The Grim Reaper. The Wi-Fi password is on the back of the router. The back of the router. Russian doctors when all the workers at Mayak keep dying of mysterious lung diseases. It is just TB, there is no problem, comrade. No problem at all. The Chinese village of Zelazhe claims to be the descendants of Romans captured at Kehi. Babe please, you are Chinese, the Lost Legion is a myth. The Eternal City calls to me. Dear Wereboos, if Bismarck was king of the ocean, then why is it at the bottom of the ocean? Curious. Admiral John Tovey, Royal Navy Home Fleet. Teenagers learning about the Roman Empire. Is this the greatest power in the universe? Germany, we are losing the war. Italy, you are. Traitor. Brigadier Derek Mills Roberts, after liberating a concentration camp. Bunk. Oppenheimer after testing the nuke created by him. Maybe I'm death itself. Tinder girl, only interested in dating trillionaires. Guy from Weem Republic. 6-year-old me studying history out of pure curiosity. 26-year-old me with a degree in history, making history related memes. Invading Spain. Guerrilla warfare. North Korea after banning Chinese words. Me think, why waste time say a lot word when few word do trick. Fine, I'll do it myself. Execute your royalty in a violent revolution. Shoot your royalty in a haphazard manner in their palace. Seize all assets of your royalty and give them a normal job. Have over 500 royal families, promise them an annual payment for giving up their powers, then default on it and withdraw if, finally declare their palaces UNESCO heritage sites, to profit off of tourism. Call me old-fashioned, but I'd prefer Constantinople rather than Istanbul. Where are you going? Diogenes, who is said to have walked away upon hearing a philosophical argument denying the existence of motion, intending to prove without utterance that motion does indeed exist. Imperial Japanese forces. Citizens of Nanking City, we are gonna kill you. Pure descendant of conquistadors, my ancestor fought with Pizarro. I come from a revered line of Aztec nobility, Spain had nothing to do with me. Duality of man. World War I leaders. Ooh, imagine using snipers. How cowardly. So why are you also using them? The Canadian government taking the children from indigenous people and sending them to residential schools. I reject your culture and substitute my own. Council of Florence. European Christians welcoming the Ethiopian delegates of Prester John. The Ethiopians wondering who the hell is Prester John. The 12 men who abandoned their oil drilling rig watched as the said rig was swallowed by the lake that's supposed to be just shallow. Bush. Duel Saddam Hussein. Invade Iraq. 1945. No, surrender is not the way of the warrior. Death before dishonor. 1570s. My master called me a monkey once, so I'm defecting to your clan. Orders the ship to turn around before confirming the distress call. Sets ship's speed record during rescue. Risks his own ship to reach Titanic as soon as possible. Gets knighted afterwards. The Portuguese waiting for their king to come back from Morocco. It's been 200 years. I won the Battle of Kadesh. Be honest. There are accounts of the victory carved into temples. Who carved them? Okay, it might have been a stalemate. Thank you. That feeling when you find out that Douglas MacArthur was given a Medal of Honor for his actions in the Philippines. You don't deserve that. You have the 3rd largest navy and 4th largest air force in the world, but you only have a population of like 11 million people. Canucks in 1945. Yes. I died. Oh well, finally enjoy afterlife. Yeah, about that. Later in the labyrinth full of demons. Just let me die already. Sparta. Athens. Other Ionian cities. Persia. 212 AC. Second Punic War. We have spent years in Italy, we crossed the Alps, we have won countless battles, we eliminated 80,000 enemies in Cannae and they are still coming back. Hey Hannibal, we raised another army, ready for round 17. Is this a fish? Wow, this is such a great comedy actor. I should see more of him to get a good laugh. Berserkers in movies. I just killed 13 men. Wow, you're so cool. Berserkers in reality. I just killed 13 men. Stay away from my family, outcast. The British Carmania getting a new paint color as the First World War starts. The German Cap Trafalgar disguising as Carmania before the First World War. Becomes president. Beats Mexico in a war. Gains multiple new states. Leaves office. Dies. You fire a salvo of 6 torpedoes at the Americans. All miss. You hear 5 explosions. There were friendly troop transports behind the Americans. Scipio Africanus walking into the feast of Antiochus. His archenemy Hannibal just chilling there. In 1970s NASA was not allowed to have any SR-71s, yet they received one, and they passed it off as YF-12C, with a bogus A-12 tail number. Meet the spy. Voltaire writing philosophy. The money he earned committing lottery fraud. Golly, what a nice group of lovely old men. Surely they are just simple grandpas enjoying their retirement and didn't have a background of going through some messed up stuff. Germany in Polish history books. Russia in Polish history books. Sweden in Polish history books. Pretty much all of Poland's neighbors in Polish history books. When somebody says the Soviet Union liberated Europe in 1945. Average Roman physician. I'm hurt. Please help me. Just pour some wine on the wound. Quickly, remove his intestines, pour wine on them, and then back in again. Marie Antoinette in movies. Let them eat cake. Marie Antoinette in reality. Funds home for unwed mothers and buys grain for those in need. Also decadent like most monarchs. How dare you hurt my monstrous cannibal cyclops son that tried to kill and eat your entire crew. That's it, I'm sinking your ducking ship. When you contracted rabies prior to vaccines, so you have no choice to quickly ask that a piece of iron be pressed on the wound while it's still super ducking hot and painful, and you're not even sure if it will even work in the first place. Orwell's 1984. Actual 1984. Nothing, just Vlad the Impaler instructing his generals about the execution of his captives. We need to push it deeper. You need to stop drinking, bro. Only 1 cup a day now. Okay, bro. Point of view. You are Fidel Castro. On April 15th, 1980. Soulless. Thousands of M. Thanks for not making a comment about horses in a post about me. I know that took restraint. Hitler leaves event early. Baron von Gersdorf with 2 ticking time bombs in his coat pockets. Oh Neptune. Serbia accepts 9 out of the 10 demands. Austria-Hungary. Well, I'd say diplomacy has failed. Sigmund Freud when a time traveler shows him how he's viewed in the 21st century. Stalin's office. That mustache bastard. Comrade Stalin. You won't believe what I just heard Zhukov say. Later. Comrade Zhukov, when you said mustache bastard, who were you referring to? Hitler, obviously. I see. And who are you referring to, Comrade Beria? Being remembered as one of the greatest generals of World War I, and as President of Germany. Being remembered as a balloon. Union soldier in 1861. I'm kind of bored being a farmer, so I think I'll go enlist. Might as well since it won't last past Christmas. Union soldier in 1864. No peace with the drivers of our fellow humans until the last drop of blood. Uninhabited island claimed by the British Empire. Look inside. Inhabited. President LBJ. Our boys will win the hearts and minds of the Vietnamese people. The boys in question. The Romans begging the Celts not to pillage Rome in 390 BC. Sorry, I don't speak Italian. I have solved the Cuban Missile Crisis by promising not to invade Cuba. Be honest. I'm being honest. What are you actually doing? I'm removing all the nukes we put in Turkey that actually started the crisis. Thank you. The British knowing things can get bad quickly, since they're 20 miles from Boston in potential enemy territory. The colonial militia knowing they have no chance in a pitched battle against British regulars. The unknown psychopath that fired the first shot and single-handedly started a major international conflict. British convicts 1 hour after landing in Botany Bay. LBJ. Civil Rights Act of 1964, Voting Rights Act of 1965. The Great Society. Vietnam. German generals in World War II after Hitler's death. I'm not the commander, he's the commander, bruh. This was established as a Christian nation, mother duckers seeing the founding fathers abolish state churches and ban religious tests for state officials. That's how you march on Rome. If you feel you have lost faith in humanity, just remember how these guys celebrated Christmas in the First World War. We would like to join the Union as a free state. Because you care about the well-being of black people, right? Right? The Soviet Union. Hungry? Eat the government. French peasants revolting during the Middle Ages. Don't mind if I do. Go skinny dipping with the US president. Refuses to remove his gloves, as it'd be improper etiquette if ladies are met. Goes on to be the longest serving French ambassador to the United States. Americans' treatment of non-German POWs. Sorry, boy, I don't speak Croat. Now with the French. Welcome to the Foreign Legion, bitch. Computers used to scream out in pain when we connected to the internet. This was a warning and we did not heed it. Actually, beauty and a healthy image are a social construct. Haven't you seen how historically, a country's king would have a prized and overweight wife? Checkmate. Compelling. However, what did the king's younger mistresses look like? Sultan Muhammad III of Morocco accurately predicting the US becoming the world's leading naval power and allying with them. Be Chairman Mao. Encourage people to criticize him. Let 100 flowers bloom, let 100 schools of thought contend. Arrest and execute them all. I fear no man, but that thing. It scares me. When the Czechs eat some Austrians out of a window, so you are French, you have to fight the Spaniards in the Netherlands, because you are allied with Sweden. Britain and France almost siding with the Confederacy, the Union. Russia of all places. Germans in 1943. The Tiger can destroy so many Sherman tanks. Other Germans in 1943. Do you have a spare gun? I don't even have shoes. The Port Authority of New York, New Jersey. Limp Bizkit on September 10th, 2001. A letter of thanks for recording the Rollin' music video on top of the World Trade Center. When you know that Baron von Ungern is not a descendant of Genghis Khan, but you can't prove it. Fictional Warhammers. Historical Warhammers. Every time my history teacher is trying to do just his job, I like Sabaton. I know more than you. You saved us from the Bolsheviks. I wouldn't say freed, more like under new management. Who would win? 1000 years of Catholic traditions. A single shitpost. Helmuth Kindler while placing children under the fostering of pedophiles. I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet, but your kids are gonna love it. The Mongols. You can't defeat me. The Japanese. I know, but he can. Oh my god, Japanese history is so cool. You know the samurai were the most honorable warriors in history? Also samurai. Okay, who wants to be raped first? Yoo-hoo bro, I got an idea. Treaty of Tordesillas, 1494. The world splitted between Spain and Portugal. Spain. Portugal. The Pope said so. Modern historians. Well, we can't actually prove that the king was present at the battle. Sources differ as to. Ancient historians. My cousin who knows a guy that grew up near there attests that the army was led by the king himself. Anyhow, here are the words of his pre-battle speech verbatim. 2 pilots who just ran out of ammo. America. Japan. Head back to your carrier or base and resupply. Become the ammo. Acquires enemy's exact battle plan and troop movements. Still manages to get only a tactical draw. No one. Literally no one. British sailors in 1767. British sailor. Tahitian woman. 1 hour of Shreks please. The fall of Constantinople be like. Ya Constantine. Wanna buy big cannon to defend Constantinople from the Turks. Sorry, I don't really have any money, right? Ya Mehmed. Wanna buy big cannon to take Constantinople from the Byzantines? Japanese are deliberately shooting at us medics. How can humans be so cruel? Meanwhile the Japaneses, LMAO, the US medics have giant targets on their heads. Makes an easy target hub. Axis scientists in 1943. Allied scientists in 1943. Swiss scientists in 1943. Harold Godwinson's entire army. A single Viking squaring up on a bridge. Virgin soldier vs Chad Roman legionnaire. He has a post-traumatic stress disorder. High-tech equipment that breaks down. Doesn't know how to fight with a sword. Performs several functions. Sailor, soldier, worker. Wear a pretty outfit. Fights against Gauls. Think of the Roman Empire. Average height Chinese peasant during spring and autumn period 163 centimeters. Confucius 220 centimeters. Allegedly. Shit, those Roman bastards speared Alesus. Please my friend, don't leave me. It's too late for me. I just hope the gods are merciful in the afterlife. You fought well, mortal, just like I did when I fought that boar. Well, mortal, someone who has a score to settle with you made me prayers for revenge, so. How Bronze Age mother duckers feel crowning themselves the supreme god emperor of the sun, moon, earth and all its inhabitants, after destroying a mud shack and stealing 4 goats. Guard this ducking mountain. Yes, great Khan, as you wish. Foreign tourists in Mongolia. So can I see the mountain? Dark-haired tribesman. Draws bow. Finding a fresh cake in the captured American camp. Realizing the Americans are getting fresh cake. 4 to 6% of Paleolithic humans, when they see some untapped Neanderthal cheeks,